Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Wanderers Who Love Amawaterways. We're going to get started tonight. Hopefully, this is the first time I'm doing this. I'll have a special guest in to react to what we're going to be sharing tonight. Welcome to Wanderers Who Love Amawaterways. For those of you who this is your first time joining us, I'd like to kind of tell you a little bit about what Amawaterways is all about. Amawaterways is an American-based company. They work out of Calabasas, California. They've been in business for 23 years, and they focus on luxury river cruising through some key destinations. Europe being their primary destination, which includes Spain and Portugal. They also do Africa. They do Egypt. They do the Far East, which includes Cambodia and Vietnam. And new for 2025, they do the Columbia River. For those of you who don't know, the Columbia River is called the Magdalena. And the ship that was christened this year is also called the Magdalena. And I'm looking at my stream here, and I'm hoping that my speed is acceptable, my connection, because on the monitor I'm looking at, it looks like it's lagging a bit. So hopefully you guys have a decent connection. If not, there's always the recorded content, and we invite you to look at that afterwards if you feel so inclined to catch up on what we talked about tonight. So again, they're in Calabasas, California. They've been around for 23 years. They're an American-based company. They were started by two people who used to work for Viking Cruise Lines. They left Viking and they started a new company. And the individual, Rudy Schreiner, who was the chief founder, he was a shipbuilder, or is a shipbuilder. So many, if not all, of the ships that are in their fleet were designed by Rudy, and they've come to develop into a very fine luxury river cruise experience. And we were on the Paris to Normandy round trip cruise back in July, and I can tell you it was a sight and sound to behold. We truly enjoyed ourselves, and I can't say enough about them, from the experience that they provide, to the food options, to the destinations, to the fact that, for one, they're a river cruise company, so they take you through countries where ocean cruises just take you to the country and you get off and you spend eight hours there, or 9 hours, and then you're gone again. With Amawaterways, you have an extended amount of time that you're in each port, and you're taking you through the countries. So it's a unique experience. I'm pausing here, looking for my guest to see if he's able to join us so I can invite him in on this session tonight. Looks like he may be delayed a bit. So we're going to move forward. He'll join us eventually, and I'll tag him in here, hopefully, and we get things started. 1 second, I got to make an adjustment on my light here because my light is bouncing around. There we go. That should be better. We don't want to be too dark. We don't want to be too bright. So we're trying to get it just right. So I don't see my guest. My guest is, if he shows up tonight, my guest is Ukali White, if he's able to jump on. Ukali White is the person who got me involved in the business in the very beginning. About 7 years ago, I was presented the opportunity to become an at-home travel agent. And that's what I did. And it's been a whirlwind ever since. And I'm growing all the time with new clients and new destinations and new experiences for people. It's been a joy. So I invited him to jump on with us tonight to kind of get some reactions as I'm going through the different topics we're going to discuss tonight. We're going to give him a couple more minutes because he said he's running behind. So I think 2-3 more minutes he should be able to jump on here, as long as the link that I sent him works okay. So let me make sure that that is still the case. Let's see here. I'm going to send it to you again, Ukali, just in case you have trouble finding it. It's going to be the most recent message by text. So with you saying you were in your car and on your phone, you should be able to easily click that and just jump on. And hopefully we see you jump on here, and I'll add you to the mix. Again, guys, I hope my signal is okay, because on my monitor over there, it looks like everything is kind of delayed. But I trust you have good audio and you have good video.
Again, guys, I hope.
Okay, I got video, so I did hear it playing in the background. I turned that monitor up on that speaker. So I'm going to give him just a couple more minutes to see if he can join us before I get started on the meat of the presentation tonight. I'm going to be talking about a few things. I'm going to switch to a screen share so I can share my screen. We're calling this tonight Wiggle Room Wednesday. You know, those of you that are or have been involved in business or in business know that Wiggle Room Wednesday, Wiggle Room is a term that we use when we trying to, find our way out of something. But we're going to just have some fun tonight, and we're going to look at the up close and personal recent events and recent updates to Amawaterways and what's going on with the promotions that they have. I always try to talk about that so that you guys have a one-up on what you can experience when it comes to taking a luxury river cruise. And keep in mind, it is luxury, so it costs a little bit more, much more money than what you would normally spend on a vacation. But your experience, is to be compared, I should say. You're really paying for what you get. You get a lot. We spent 7 days on that ship, and we were 9 days in the country of France, and we have memories. This is all about creating memories that last a lifetime, not just taking a vacation. We're creating memories that last a lifetime. So I'm still looking for my friend. I don't see him yet. I don't see him quite yet. He's going to jump on, I hope, in the next couple of minutes here. We'll give him a couple of minutes, and we should be ready to go here. Just in case, I think I want to send him another live invite from here in the event, if I can, in the event that one didn't quite populate for him. So I'm going to send him another link. I think I'm going to try to send him another link here. Give me a second. Bear with me. Yes, give me 1 minute. I'll get this technology to catch up with me. It's running a little slow tonight because I've got a lot in this app right now. I've got the stream running, and I'm trying to pull up my messaging app through my computer so I can send him a new link in case he has trouble joining us. And I'm waiting for that to open up. My computer is running really jerky, as if it's being challenged. Okay. Let me do this and send him another one, just in case. Just in case that one went sideways, because I did go back and updated the stream key. So it could be an issue with an outdated key, but we're going to give him about 60 more seconds to see if he can jump on here. And then I'm going to move on. Talk about what we're going to talk about. If my computer doesn't start right now, it's giving me a problem with the connection. So let's see here. If I can get this. We're going to be talking about complimentary round trip airfare to Europe. And for certain sailings during 2026, 2025, even if you're able to jump on at a last minute deal between now and December 31st, there are sailings that have complimentary round-trip airfare for 2 of you from the United States to Europe. And if you're still with me, I trust you are. United States to Europe. I'm having an issue running my screen up here so that I can scroll to the next item. Okay, so complimentary round-trip airfare. Let me go over here. So that I can scroll to the next item. Okay. And we're going to go down. So, this year, toast your holiday season amid the stunning landscapes of Portugal's Douro Valley or France's iconic Bordeaux region with exquisitely prepared cuisine, wine, and unique seasonal delights. For a limited time, your complimentary round-trip airfare exists from U.S. and Canadian gateways when you reserve a 2025 Festive Delights departure by October 31st. Delights departure by 31st of October 25. Compatible with up to $2,500 per stateroom cruise savings on select sailings. What's included? Holiday decorations, exquisitely prepared cuisine. We're talking about for 2025, obviously the holiday season. Variety of included excursions, daily sip and sell cocktail hours, nightly onboard entertainment, or opportunity to visit intimate Christmas markets in Porto or Bordeaux on select sailings. Go down here to this next screen. I'm going to show you the sailings that in 2025 have free airfare. As you can see, December 12th, the 16th, the 19th on the Amasintra, Amaduro. December 27th, Amavita. That's on the Douro River from Porto, Portugal. And then Portugal and Spain flavors, Amavita on December 13th. And then you got November 20th, 27th, December 4th, the Taste of Bordeaux, Amadolce. So these are all the ones that show you the free airfare. And the prices for each. It shows you U.S. prices here on the left column from $29.39 up to $34.39, depending on which dates you select. Now, this is per person. So keep in mind, if you figure between 4,000 and 6,000, 7,000 for your trip, you still have airfare that you have to add to that. So if there's ways to don't worry about the cost as much unless you're at the 2025 dates. Those are pretty close. If you're looking further out for 26 or 27, we can help you get financing for that, help you make payments so it's not a bear. So that's your complimentary round trip economy. I want to say economy airfare. If you want business class or premium, which is like your first class, then you would forego the free, and then they have dollar amounts that you would pay for your airfare right here on this page. Premium is $9.99 US or $32.99 for business class, which is the same as first class. So if you choose to not take the free airfare and you chose to take an upgraded seat or a higher status, then you would pay one of these prices here. So that's your sailings for 25. I don't want to go over the ones for 26 and 27 that provide complimentary round-trip airfare because they're numerous. So we'd have to look at each individual choice of destination where you're going to see if you can get the free airfare. So that's something that we can come back and take a look at when you're ready to move on to booking your trip. Look at those sceneries, guys. I mean, the scenery is just awesome. I mean, I love it. I'm going to jump over here to extended 2025 extended holidays, which are sailings that have complimentary extended days. So you'll have between 2 and 4 days that you could, you'll have a 2 to 4 nights stay at a local hotel. And they're not dumpy hotels. They're good quality hotels. The transportation to and from the ship and the hotels included. All your excursions for your extended land packages are included. Your breakfast meal. So a lot of your costs that you would normally incur if you decided to add extra stops on your vacation are included with that option. I don't see it showing up on your screen yet. I'm trying to get it to switch over to that section. And we're having some difficulties with my memory, it appears. So what I'm going to do, let's give it another shot a different way. I'm going to pull it up from their site and go over what they have for the extended complimentary items. Bear with me 1 second. Okay, I'm going to use the other screen or my other computer to pull this up because my laptop appears to be struggling just a little bit to keep up. So hopefully you can see me. I don't even know at this point if you can, but I'm confident you can hear me. So I'm going to go over what I have here. You might see a black screen with my name. I am here. I am talking. Complimentary extended holidays, up to 2 extra nights in Europe on select 2025 New Year's cruises. Same things included I talked about before, with the addition of tree trimming, cookie decorating, caroling, seasonal delights on shores like regional holiday treats and decorated town squares, New Year's Eve gala with live entertainment, dancing, and champagne countdown, opportunity to participate in local celebrations on shore or select sailings, 1 complimentary hotel night pre-cruise, or 1 complimentary post-cruise night on board, or both. So you get either a pre-cruise hotel stay or a stay on the ship when it docks back at your originating location, or you get both. To help you make the most out of your holidays, Amawaterways is delighted to give you up to 2 extra nights in Europe on select New Year's cruises. Prefer not to fly on Christmas Eve or December 25th? Enjoy a complimentary pre-cruise stay at a beautiful 4 or 5-star hotel with traditional breakfast and an included transfer to your ship the following day. Then, depending on the departure date, either stay on the ship 1 extra night to celebrate New Year's Eve or sleep in on January 1st and be treated to an additional evening on board. For either post-cruise option, all meals will be included, as well as an airport transfer if you reserve your flights through AMA Airfare. This is available through October 31st and combinable with $2,500 savings per stateroom. So there are certain sailings that are a part of this promotion, and it looks like I might be able to get you to see what I'm looking at finally. Let's see if it populated on your screen. No, it's still, you got a black screen. I don't know why. Well, you got me in the corner, but for whatever reason, you're not seeing what I'm seeing. But I'm going to go over the dates real quick. Best of Holland and Belgium is the Amalucia on December 25th. That is the lowest cost at $25.80 per person. Pre-cruise is December 24th in Amsterdam, Riverside. Post-cruise is a night on board the Amalucia in Amsterdam again. Melodies of the Danube, Ama Sonata on December 24th, $3,539 per person. Pre-cruise in Dorothea Hotel, Budapest, Hungary. Post-cruise, 3-night Marriott Hotel in Prague. So you have different options depending on your different sailings. Legendary Danube is the 7-night, and all 3 of these were 7-night cruises, by the way. This one is the Amarena. Pre-cruise is a Le Meridian Hotel in Nuremberg, Germany. And post-cruise is 1 night on board the Amarena in Budapest, Hungary, or both. That starts at $40.39 per person. December 25th is the Enchanting Rhine, the Ama Siena, $3,289 per person. Pre-cruise is 1 night in a Movenpick Hotel in Basel, Switzerland. And post-cruise is 1 night on board the Ama Siena in Amsterdam, Netherlands. And then the last one I'm talking about is Colors of Provence, Ama Christina on December 25th, $3,639 per person, with pre-cruise Intercontinental Hotel, Marseille, France. post cruise one night on board. I'm a Christina in Leon. So I don't know again if you're able to see any of this. No, it's lagging. I apologize, guys. I don't know why it's doing this. Uh, it's just as if my laptop just doesn't want to. And I restarted it before the live, so I don't know why it's doing this. It doesn't want to share what I'm looking at. Let's try to replace the screen if it'll come up. Because I'd like to go over, as I usually do, your promotions, your other promotions that are available with Amawaterways. We'll do full screen because it must be having a problem with this, uh, the Chrome tabs. So now we're going to do, if it'll cooperate, we were going to do full screen, and it looks like it's coming. Okay, so now we should be able to get you to see what I'm going to see. So we'll go back over here. And it's still lagging a bit. So let me navigate this way. Gotta love technology when it works. And when it doesn't, it can be a real pain. So I believe the colleague's telling me that he's here, but I don't see him. So I'm not sure why he can't share himself on screen. He should be able to. I think it's a connection issue, something that I have to work out when I get the opportunity. Okay, wait a minute here. I see him. I see him here. It took forever for him to show up. Let me see if I can bring him on. Kind of want to get some feedback from him. I see him in his car. Let's see. See if we can get you to come on with us. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Turn up the volume. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Ukali, can you hear me?
Yes, yes, I can hear you.
Can you hear me? Yes, I can hear you. I hear you now, and I see you real small. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Yes, I can. Ukali, can you hear me? Yes. It took me a while. It took me a while to figure it out. I got to turn this volume down because it's echoing back through the microphone again. But I'm glad to have you with us. I know why. I got the sound turned off on my laptop. I got to turn on the speaker so I can hear you on there. And then I won't get that echo because you're hearing me 2 and 3 times when I only actually should have said it once.
Yeah.
So let me see if I can unmute this. I had it, then my computer's like really jerky for some reason. And I got everything turned off so that shouldn't be the issue. But it is giving me issues. But anyway, I was at the point, if you've been able to follow along with us, I was at the point where I was going to talk about the current promotions that Amawaterways has. And I'm going to click over here to special offers. And this is normally what I end with. So, and I got to keep, it's still not working properly. So I got to keep the volume turned down on my desktop so it doesn't reverberate back and repeat through the presentation. So here, I'm going to talk about, I talked about company round trip airfare. I talked about extending the holiday. Next thing here, company round trip airfare again. Again, that talks about 2025, 2026, 2027 time periods. They have different sailings where that company round trip airfare applies. So if anyone is interested, it's really going to depend on when you're sailing and if that sailing qualifies. By the way, guys, this is the guy that got me started in the business. I was telling you that earlier. I don't know if he heard, but
yes.
That's the reason why I'm doing this and why I'm still active. And he's a big part of it, so I wanted him to join us and kind of see what this Amawaterways is all about, because this is a special niche for me. And I spend a good deal of time from week to week working on this.
Well, one thing I do want to say is I truly appreciate all that you do for me as a travel agent extraordinaire in helping to book some very nice getaways for my wife and I for our anniversaries. Um, and you've worked extremely well with our family as well. So we appreciate your customer service. It's always been top notch.
Well, thank you for that. I mean, one thing I try to always work on is providing high quality service because people always have a choice to do business with you or not. And secondly, if I take on someone's trip, I feel like I need to put the effort in as if it were my own trip. Because in order for them to be satisfied, I need to do that.
And you do an excellent job at it. We have never been disappointed with any of with the all inclusive resorts that you've booked for us, the cruise that you've booked for us. We've never been disappointed. You've always everything you've done to put those trips together for us has just been top notch. It's been your service is excellent, and we definitely.
Thank you, as it should be. Like I said before, I want the best experience for every client and every person that I deal with. So that I don't want them coming back and complaining to everybody. Oh, he was horrible. He didn't do this, and it was a disaster. The trip was it fell apart, and he wasn't there. I answer the phone in the evenings, in the early mornings. It doesn't matter. You can't get that from Google. You can't get that from Expedia. You won't get that from Travelocity or nobody out there. I don't care who you're talking about. American Leisure Group, which includes Apple Vacations, American and Delta United Vacations. You won't get that. Southwest Vacations, well, they've changed. They don't even have that anymore. I don't know who they're with, but that's part of the problem is they've changed so much and they're using AI. When you call, you get a computer. You usually never get a real person. So that's what we pride ourselves on here at Stapleton Direct Travel. But briefly, I'm going to move on. I'm at about 30 minutes. Normally these are 30 minutes or less, but I'm going to run through these final. I'm not going to go into a lot of details on these early booking rewards. Again, I thank Ukali for coming on today and sharing his insight and his experiences with us. That's invaluable. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Early booking rewards, up to $4,000 for 2027 cruises. And these bookings, as long as they're placed by December 31st with a deposit, you'll save up to $4,000 off the price of your stateroom. And it's based on the cruise and when it's going and the pricing structure. That's the way that's set up. The anniversary sale is running still up to $2,500 per stateroom. They extended this until at least October 31st, if not December 31st. You'll save that off the top from your cost of your stateroom. Solo travelers, they always save 90% when there's a solo traveler special that's tied to the cruise. They only pay 10% of the single supplement as opposed to paying for the full price of that second person minus the taxes and fees. So that's a significant savings. Where you see view offer, I'm not going into that, but it'll show you the dates and the sailings that are available for those options. Save with Air Plus. I talked about Air Plus. I talked about booking with Ama Air. Air Plus is another way. It's kind of like if you don't do the free air, you can always book your air through Ama at $8.99 per person for basic economy. It's going up to $9.99 for 26 and 27, so it is increasing by $100, nominal fee there. So that's available. 2-for-1 land packages as a limited time offer for your Mekong River. That's your Cambodia and your Vietnam experiences. And I don't know what happened to Mr. White. He fell off. I think he lost him. Or he had to go, which is fine. Either way. But the 2-for-1 land package pricing, you pay for one pricing for that and get the second one for free. And that land package is not part of your river cruise. It's extra. Again, that's your hotel, your breakfast, your transportation, all your excursions that are included in that. So you get a lot for Amawaterways. Some of you might think, oh, man, it's cost a lot of money. But you're getting an awful lot. You're getting memories that are going to last. Look at that scenery there where it says combination cruises. Look at the scenery. That is no joke. That's what you see when you're on the ship and you're going up the river. You see that kind of beautiful environment. So definitely not something that should be taken lightly. It's something that you will remember, a postcard that stays in your brain for years and years and decades to come. Share it with your grandkids. Moving on down here, the military savings. Military savers, there's always a $250 discount available for military members, either active or veterans. And with certain cruises, there's a buy one, get one free offer. So you only pay for yourself and your companion goes free. Is that good or is that good? I say that's good. Moving on down the line, we're getting through this. Referral savings. If you refer somebody, you can receive a $100 cruise savings for you and your friend for each referral that you give to Amawaterways. Back up a little bit. Combination cruises, you get 10% off each cruise, and there's no limit to that. If you combine a combination or a back-to-back cruise with one that's just ending and you want to extend your time and make it a 2-week or a 3-week, 10% off each subsequent cruise. Referral savings we just talked about. Exclusive specials for loyalty appreciation. If you're a repeat guest and you have a loyalty number, which everybody gets that when you first cruise with Amawaterways, they will give you loyalty bonuses when you come back. Certain amount of discounts. Sometimes there's special events that you get invited to that are exclusive to repeat guests. Lots of benefits. So again, guys, as always, we go through the different promotions that are available currently. And I'm going to stop sharing the screen because I still have a memory issue with this laptop. I don't know what's going on. As we get ready to close out tonight, I'm going back to me. Hey, guys, I'm here. So it just doesn't want to share the screen that well. If you want to get started with any of the opportunities that I talked about, any of the exciting destinations, exciting voyages, the promotions, the discounts, feel free to reach out to me. I'm going to run a contact card here. I'm going to run a video as well. Amawaterways takes you through the countries, like I said before. If you're on an ocean cruise, you go to the country, you have a few hours to spend, you get off the ship, you rush to get back on. In many cases, Amawaterways, you don't leave till 1, 2 in the morning the day off. So you're there an entire day plus well into the evening where you can spend more time if you want to go into the cities or the towns and enjoy the destinations that you visit. So if you want to get started, my number, I'm going to run this contact card for you. My number is 330-328-3205. And my email address is 7867@ameritech.net. STEVEN 7867@AMERITECH.net. So guys, always, I thank you for being here. I love you putting in practice on a waterways experiences. You want to do it? Reach out to me. That's my personal website. You see on the screen right there. Amawaterways.com/agent/Stapleton Direct Travel. So many ways to get a hold of me. You can actually go on that website, browse what you like. If you really see something that you really enjoy, I'll help you get that set up. This last picture is from Egypt. I told you they go to Egypt. You get an up close and personal experience in Egypt, the pyramids, the museums, all the added benefits that you don't get anywhere else. I'm telling you, Amawaterways is the way to go with that. Thanks again, guys, for coming out tonight. I'm going to leave you with a video that talks about the christening of the Ama Magdalena, which, as I said in the beginning, the Ama Magdalena is in Colombia on the Magdalena River. This talks about how they christened the ship. So enjoy that, and you guys have
the
a great
Magdalena
night
is
tonight.
not just a
I will
river.
see you next week.
It is memory in motion. It is the pulse of a nation, a liquid thread stitching past and present with the shimmer of ancestral stories. On these sacred waters, where dreams drift like butterflies of yellow paper, we christen not merely a vessel, but a promise.
I named this ship Ama Magdalena.
A promise that wonder shall sail again, that solitude may find its companion, and that every guest aboard the Ama Magdalena shall feel the timeless breath of Colombia, whispering,
Good night, guys. We'll see you next week. Thanks for coming. Those beautiful images of Ama Magdalena on the Columbia River, the Magdalena River. Great destination added for 2025. Reach out to me. We'll get you started. Thanks for coming. Have a good